Alright, YouTube, David Harry here. Right, what I'm going to do in this video is a little unboxing of these two things here, right? So this is a Rode Videomic Go II, and this is a Rode WS12, which is basically a Deadcat that goes with this. However, give me 1 second or a few seconds, because if you've come and watched this video, there's a good old chance you're into microphones, because this video is about unboxing one. Anyways, you probably will be interested in this as well. I'm going to do an unboxing of this straight after I've done this one. And this is a new processing unit that's come out by Behringer. This is the Ultra Voice UV1. Basically, it's a 19-inch rack mount thing, 1U high. And it's basically got all your usual things for voice processing in there. So as well as it being a phantom power preamp and all that kind of thing, it's also USB as well, actually. So you can use it to plug into all kinds of stuff, which I obviously will do, but it's got things like, compression, gating and stuff and whatnot, DS, and unfortunately it doesn't have limiting on it. Been trying to find something which isn't like mad expensive with a limiter in it. However, this thing here could actually prove to be one of the best things for YouTube channels, indoor stuff, obviously, unless you're a mad fool and you want to run around with some kind of inverter and take it outdoors with you. I don't know. Anyways, that's for a different video. Shut up, Dave. You've let the cat out the bag far too much with that one, and also you've shown people that this box has already been opened. Right, so what it is, Rode sent me this stuff for free, so there's my transparency bit out of the way, right? But to be clear, when Rode send me stuff, right, they never ask for anything in return. They most certainly don't ask me to say anything that's going to make them look good. And anybody who's actually familiar with my stuff will know that, because there are certain things that I will say about Rode microphones because I'm dead honest about my opinions and stuff. Nearly said the other S word then, not stuff. The word that rhymes with it. Actually, it's got it in it. It's just got SH at the front of it. I might as well have said it if I've done that. Anyway, so what it is, Rode kind of send me things and they literally just go, look, take this, use it, let us know what you think of it and stuff. Literally, what it is, they sent me these things, obviously, because I've had an issue recently with one of these, and they just said, look, we're going to send you these, let us know how you get on with them and stuff like that. Point that I'm making is, Rode are awesome. They don't pressure and ask you for anything in return, okay? So, there we go. That's me transparency statements out of the way. Now, the other thing as well, just before I dive into them, what it is, Rode must use the most super of super glue when they put their packages together. So this thing, as we'll see when I go to my overhead shot, I've already ripped open the top of it because there's no way I'm going to be able to open it live. Now, like a complete and utter tool, I did the same with this, but you don't have to with this one because I can slice it from the bottom, so that one was unnecessary. Anyway, let me get the camera overhead and all the rest of it, and let's get into it. Okay, so we'll have a look at the mic first, and I'll just show you the box for anyone who's into looking at boxes and stuff. And if you are into looking at boxes, just pause the video and continue at your own leisure. Right, anyway, I'll kind of pause on this side actually, because there are some pertinent points to be had here. Okay, so starting from the top, you get a 2-year warranty with this microphone. I'm not too sure, but you may have to register on the Rode website for that. Anyway, if you have to, there'll be a link to the Rode website. In fact, it's just rode.com, RODE.com. Go there and find out. Anyway, right, it is also highly directional, which is very reassuring because it is a shotgun microphone, so it should be. And then here it is saying it has got a 3.5mm TRS output, which is also pretty useful, although what it is, the picture there is actually showing a TRRS cable, and the reason for that, I'm going to assume when I get into the box, is because the cable that comes with this might be able to do both. In fact, can it? No, it can't, can it? Because this is not an active mic, so it wouldn't be able to auto sense TRS to TRRS. Anyway, nonetheless, it says TRS output, but the cable there is TRRS. We'll get into that quandary when I open it up, because I can't remember now what the cable is on it. Anyway, shut up, Dave. Right, it's got a digital USB output, which is absolutely fantastic. and there'll be a link. I'll throw a link on the screen now, or one in the description, taking you to my first test of this digital USB output, and it is absolutely fantastic with the right devices. Also, it's saying here that it is iPhone and Android compatible. Ooh, well, that's going to be by extension of the fact that it is also a class compliant audio device, as in digital USB output. Anyways, let me get into it. Like I'd already said there as well, I'd already tried to pre-open the tops of both of these things, because obviously the glue Rode uses, it's insane. You can't do it live, because you just end up ripping things off or cutting your fingers and things. But then I realised, obviously, you know, underneath there, it's got like a little seal on it that you can break. I can't show you the underneath because it's got a serial number on it and stuff. Anyway, there we go. I've just sliced through that, and let me get this out the way. Okay, the inside of the packaging here is pretty much the same thing as what's on the outside and stuff. There we go. So for anybody who's got a fetish about boxes, hopefully there is your little daily quota fulfilled. Anyway, let me just pop this open. Oh, come on, Dave. You've already got one of these. You should remember how it opens. It's like a transformer. That was the joke I said last time. It's a transformer box. Look at this. It opens up into a monster. There we go. Hold on. Let me just grab these bits out. Hold on. And then there's that thing there. Right, there's this thing here. It's like Rode regulatory and safety guide. You may want to check that out and stuff, although, you know, I'm the type of balloon who doesn't look at things like that, and it could have some really important information in it, to be honest. Anyways, here's the stuff in the box, okay? Let me just take the foam filter off. So, in fact, let me get those out the way, because they're just a big distraction when I'm trying to look at the microphone. Okay, it's got this little band on it, which is a quality assurance thing or something. Anyway, let me get that off there. So, there is the microphone itself. Now, the thing with this microphone, it is a shotgun microphone. Although, look at the size of it. The length of that there, it's like really, really short. So this is a very short shotgun. What I'm assuming here, I still haven't checked, although I kind of see it, I don't know. Right, I'm going to imagine the capsule is placed here somewhere, okay? And then what that means is, see all this bit in front of it here? That's your interference tube. But as you can see there, that is a very short interference tube. So the thing is, with interference tubes on shotguns, the length of them and the design of them and stuff like that, that has an impact on, like, you know, what they are going to be doing, the natural cancellation from the incoming side kind of, like, you know, audio that enters the tube. The length of them and whatnot, and like I said, the design of the actual tube itself will actually dictate the types of attenuation it's going to apply to various frequencies and stuff. And obviously that in turn will kind of, you know, give you the impression that it is a lot more focused than what the actual capsule probably is naturally and stuff like that. Anyway, so nonetheless, it is a shotgun, but it is a very short shotgun. Now, as we can see there, that is the 3.5mm socket. So that is the microphone output there, which I think it also doubles up actually as a headphone socket when you got it in USB mode. And then if you swing it around this way, there is the USB socket there. So that's USB-C. And then, I don't know if we're going to see there, there's like a little pin prick of like a hole there. And from what I can remember, I think that goes blue. So basically, that's the indicator to say that you are connected over USB. Now, just to be clear here, this is not a powered microphone when it is in its standard configuration. And its standard configuration is just analog using the output there. However, when you plug it in via USB to whatever compatible device which is accepting a class compliant audio device, which is essentially what this is, what will happen, you'll get like a whole host of functions then, because at that point it does receive power, and then obviously that's powering the chipset inside as well as the capsule and stuff. And at that point, like I just said, there's like software you can download from Rode and stuff, which gives you a lot of, like, you know, cool functions to do with this microphone. It also allows you to actually use a number of different Rode mics and basically do yourself like a little virtual mixer arrangement and stuff. I'd definitely check that out if you're into these things, because it is mega useful and stuff. Anyway, so that's the mic itself. And obviously I've already got one of these, and the thing that I would say right now is that they are like the great size wise. Okay, they're really nice, they're very lightweight. I mean, the weird thing is, I think I might have said this last time, I'm not entirely sure, it might actually be slightly lighter than a Video Micro, and a Video Micro is a fair bit shorter. However, the Video Micro is built like a tank. This isn't quite as strong a build as the Micro. That's not to say that it's like a weak build on it isn't. The Video Micro just happens to be an amazingly well built microphone which you could probably drive over with a tank and it'd still work. Oh, there's a drill. What's going on? Right, listen, what it is, I've just had a bit of a break there because there's noises going on. Some tool is drilling and it doesn't seem to be stopping, so I'm going to have to carry on. You might hear some drilling going on. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, what it is, this is the foam filter that comes with the microphone, and it is like a purpose design and fit for it. And to be honest, you know, if you're outdoors and you don't really have much of a breeze, you can get away with this, do you know what I mean? As long as you're not kind of waving the mic around like a big loony and stuff. If this is locked off and there isn't much of a breeze going on, you can most certainly get away with that outdoors. However, and nonetheless, I would strongly recommend you use one of these indoors regardless. So despite the fact that, like, well, I don't know, maybe you got windows open and you got breezes running through your house, I don't know. But that aside, even when you're just indoors, the thing is, the capsules on microphones like this are very, very sensitive to wind movement. And indeed, even like moving the mic around can cause issues with things like that. Not entirely sure whether it does it with this mic, but those kind of things can happen. But nonetheless, I would always recommend leaving a foam filter on even indoors, because you might have like air conditioning on and stuff like that with like you know, a little bit of air movement in a room and stuff like that. Nonetheless, that is the foam filter for the Go II there. Now there's the cable for it, and as we can see, that's TRS. Hold on a minute. Yeah, let me just get that closer. Right, look at the picture on that diagram there, and then look at the actual cable itself, or the end on the jack. Now, the one on the diagram to me looks like it's TRRS, okay? And this one is definitely TRS. Although it says there, TRS, that definitely doesn't look like a TRS jack. But nonetheless, we have a TRS to TRS mic cable here. So obviously, that just plugs in to, you know, that port there, and then you plug that end into a compatible recording device or camera or whatever. Okay, let me just get that out of the way. And then we've got what I think is absolutely awesome, and this is the shock mount for it. So I think, is this still Lyra? I mean, it's Lyra looking, so hopefully. Okay, quick jump cut here. What it is, I just had to double check something on the box here. Although I can't seem to find any mention of Lyra or Rycote. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on with that. Although this definitely looks like two Lyra suspension systems on here. So I'm going to assume anyway that this is still a proper officially licensed Lyra mount from Rycote. Anyway, that there is what grips the microphone. Now, what's really cool here as well, we've got like a cable tidy system in here, which is really good because it keeps all your cable and neat and stuff. However, the actual like shoe mount element here, this is quite possibly really like, well, maybe the best thing actually about this. What it is, this has got a bit of travel on it. You can travel about 1.5 inches here. And what this will allow you to do is to pull the microphone back out of a field of view. And if you've got enough distance here, you can clear your field of view so your mic doesn't drop into the frame. But also, if you're looking at it from behind, if this is the behind here, you can then pull it forward so that it doesn't block access to an eyepiece on a camera and stuff like that. So really cool. Anyway, so that's the Lyra shock mount. And then that's the mic and the cable and stuff. Now what I'm going to do is get into this box, and this is going to be dead easy because I've already ripped the top off it. Right, so this is the WS12, and like I said before, this is the oh yeah, I know what that is. This is the official like, you know, Deadcat for this particular microphone. So let's see, let me get that out there, and that there makes a big difference apparently. So let me get that out the way, and there we go, a little fairy hat for the microphone, keep its head warm in the winter. Right, so what I'm going to do is just pop that off there, Now, that is obviously the right fitting for it. What it is, when I say that, obviously it is. Why wouldn't it be? It's just that I've done some videos recently where I'd been using, in fact, it's on the table here because the other mic is as well. I'd been using this Deadcat here, and this is the WS11, and this one is designed for the Videomic NTG. Now, but physically, as far as this bit is concerned, where you kind of go into where you put the mic into, they're basically the same diameter and stuff, as we can see there. Actually, are they different material wise? They might look like they're a slightly different shade possibly, but I don't know. They feel like the exact same materials and stuff as far as I can kind of feel there. However, the problem is, when I'd been using the one off the NTG in the past, I obviously didn't have this thing here, which is like a little rubber band thing. So let me just show you what this is for. So what happens is, obviously, you put your Deadcat on the microphone. Make sure you obviously cover that bottom port there as well. So you go past that, and then it'll all be cool. Now, let's just assume you're going to be using the 3.5mm port here because you're going analog into whatever your recording device is, camera or whatnot. What you do, you put this little rubber ring thing on the barrel here, okay, and then just slide it over the USB-C port like that. So basically what you're doing, you're covering the USB-C port, and then that goes into that socket there. Now, basically, what's happening there is you are kind of like, you're stopping wind from going into the USB-C port when the 3.5mm port is being used. So, effectively, you're just stopping any kind of ingress points on the mic for any extra air that could move in and out of it beyond what's being blocked by the Deadcat there. And then, obviously, what you do, if you're then using the USB-C cable to connect it to another device digitally, then what you do, you just then move that ring over your 3.5mm port there, and then again, you're just basically blocking up any ingress points there for air to get into and stuff like that. Now let me just see what this all looks like on the shock mount here. Hold on. Okay. And that all looks dead neat. Okay, let's see. I just want to make sure for myself here that there's no issues getting access to the ports when the rubber rings on it and stuff. Actually, no, what it is, you've got these little alignment markers on the mic itself there, right? So that gives you an idea of where to put, the actual ladders on, or the ladder grip there. Then all you do, you then just place the rubber band over whichever port you're not using, and you get definitely clear access to both of those ports there. So absolutely no issues with that whatsoever. Okay, so that's basically my unboxing of these two things done there. Now, just to kind of end this video, anyone who's familiar with my channel will know that I've done some videos recently with my original version of this microphone. And one of the reasons why Rode actually sent me this stuff, because they were concerned that I may have received a duff mic, right? So very nicely they'd sent me this just in case. Now what I'm going to do is revisit some of the tests that I had done in the past, because there could have been a problem with my microphone, and that was why I was having certain issues, which if anyone's seen those videos, they will know what I'm talking about. So what I'm going to do is revisit those tests with this particular microphone, and importantly with the correct wind filter, because it's now got this rubber band on and stuff. So I'm going to do all that stuff and then kind of readdress anything that I may have gotten. Well, it's not that I got it wrong. I got nothing wrong in the previous videos. There was definitely issues. You could hear them. But if those issues were caused by a defective product, I most certainly will readdress all that. However, the one thing that I will definitely say right now, even my other microphone, not even this one, which is the new one, my previous microphone, which I was having issues with the ZV-1, I've since used that on an iPhone with an SC15 cable, and it sounds amazing for what it is. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to put it up there with an NT1 or something, you know what I mean? But for what it is, it's brilliant. and absolutely no issues whatsoever with the likes of distortion and clipping and things, or any other things that I was surmising could have been the issue with the ZV-1. So just to be clear, if anyone's seen those previous videos of mine, go and check the video that I've done with that same microphone with the iPhone, okay? There'll be a link in the description, one at the end there. I might pop something on the screen now. And have a listen to that, because obviously that shows a completely different like story, or it tells a totally different story about the exact same microphone, just used with a different recording device, and also a different way of connecting it, which is digitally instead of through the analog connection. Anyways, that'll do it for this one. Otherwise, I just won't know when to shut my face. Anyways, yeah, so as usual, there'll be links and stuff in the description for all the things used in the video, blah blah blah. If you've liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my channel, because I actually have the best channel of its type on YouTube. That's a lie. Just subscribe to my channel and get all over the bell notification icon. I'm David Harry. Thank you very much for watching this video. Take care and goodbye now.